Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is the day the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. It's another day's journey, and I'm so glad about it. Listen, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm going to give us a few moments for everyone to catch in. As you saw, there was a special message, and I wanted to get this out because I just got some marching orders, if you will, from our lot carry community. Most of you know that we, the Enon Tabernacle Baptist Church, are part of a larger Baptist witness, and that is the Lot Carry Foreign Mission Convention, of which I used to be the president of, and now I am no longer the immediate past president, but the past president, because we have a new president, which is our sister, Pastor Gina Stewart, out of Memphis, Tennessee. And I wanted to share that because all of our foreign mission work and missional work is funneled through the umbrella organization of Lot Carey. For those of you that don't know who Lot Carey is, Lot Carey was a slave who went back to Africa after getting his freedom, and is a part of the development of Liberia. And those of you that know the history of Liberia and that area, the repatriation of slaves from America went back to start Liberia. And Lot Carey had the First Baptist Church, which is the Provident Baptist Church, which will be 200 years old on next year. And so that is who Lot Carey is. And so our convention is the largest African American missional organization that ministers to Africans and African Americans throughout the diaspora, or really Black people. And so that is how our umbrella works. And so anything we do on an island or on the continent is done under the umbrella of Lot Carey. Now that I'm not the president anymore, does not mean that we are not fully engaged and committed. In fact, what I would say, all the years I was doing the vice presidency and so forth, we would take many people to the convention, and that's kind of what you do. But even after, we will still maintain and engage at the high level that we have always engaged with Lot Carey. Lot Carey is also a part of my history. I mean, I've grown up going to the Lot Carey. Our youth go to the youth seminar. We participate in Lot Carey. That's a little background. But Lot Carey is also significant in pulling partnerships together to help people. Most of you have heard about the earthquake. The last time there was an earthquake in Haiti, and I was in the presidential line, we went to Haiti to help and to sow into and share money. And so now that Haiti has been hit again, we are going to respond to that need. And so on this Sunday, when you come to church or prepare, and given the fact that we do everything online, you don't necessarily have to wait for Sunday. But this Sunday, we will focus our giving in our funds to help those in Haiti. Most of you know that the deacons have a fund that we give into every week. Anytime you give at Enon, we are giving in a trifold way, if you will, or a triune way. There's tithes and there's offerings. There's the tithe that goes to the work of the church. And then there is sort of the deacons fund that goes to serving people. And then there's always, every church got a building fund. And so that goes into our deacons ministry, or that goes into that fund. We are going to repurpose for the purpose of getting to a larger gift that will be combined with the Lot Carey, and we're going to send to Haiti. And if possible, we will then follow that up with a missional effort. We support the work of Pastor Gina Stewart, and you need to know that is historic. She is the first female to be the president of a predominantly Black Baptist Convention. And we are honored to do that. I am honored to have been the president when she became the second vice president. So I'm gonna hang that on my shingle, y'all. Anyhow, but she in her own right is a fantastic leader, and she is doing the doggone thing, hit the ground running. She was just installed last week, and now we're getting that word out. And so even if you're not a member of Enon, if you'd like to participate in helping in that way, our offering structure will inform our gift to the Lot Carey Foreign Mission Convention, which will then be sending dollars to Haiti. Now, as always, when we do missions, we do it with an understanding that we send money, but we also send bodies when it is appropriate. You know, sometimes it's not appropriate to just go get on the ground, because if people don't have a place to stay, you going there takes up places that they could use for themselves. So we are strategic in when it is time to send bodies and how we send bodies. But what we're doing right now is raising funds to address the issue in Haiti. So I wanted you to know that and be in prayer around that. Also, number two, we are doing our book bag drive on this weekend from 9 to 2, but we also have secured, and want to thank Reverend Jerome Glover and Reverend Leroy Miles for their partnership and leadership on this, that the vaccinations focusing on adolescents and those that we have, the FISA and Temple is coming to be a part of that. And so on this weekend, we will be able to handle getting book bags out for people and also vaccinations for the young people. You can check out our website or call the church for more information on that. And we want to thank God for that. And that's on this Saturday, beginning at 9 o'clock in the morning. Well, Saints, I didn't want to wait to put this out. I wanted to make sure that we got that information out, that you would be prayerful around your gift as it relates to helping those in Haiti. We know in our church, we have a significantly large population of Haitians. And so we want to respond appropriately because we are Haitian. Those are our people. And so I want to keep that in prayer. So please know that those two things are very important. I would that you tune in, if you did not tune in last night, to we are focusing in Bible study on the sons and daughters who have come through our church and who are pastoring now in the city. And last night, Pastor Steve Mack blessed us. I just want to be successful, but you really need to listen to what he said success really is. And it is not how we have defined it in worldly terms. And so we thank God for him on last week. Please keep the church in prayer. We continue. As you see, I'm in my office. There's a funeral this morning, Sister Evelyn Palmer. And then I told you last night about on Friday, the funeral of Sister Tracy Ray. And so we'd ask that you keep those things in your prayers. As always, don't forget your mask when you go outside, and please stay tuned to us as we think through. I have a meeting tonight at 6 o'clock with our reentry and reopening committee. And we have to really process what is going on with these numbers and what is going on with the heart of the church. Please know that I am always open to hearing from you of your thoughts about us getting back inside. All of us, we know it's a foregone conclusion. We want to. But what we need to ask are the pertinent questions of whether it is wisdom to do so, whether the picnic is wisdom, and we want to place safety first in every decision that we make. And so I'm going to ask that you would keep that in prayer. As always, I've tried to remind you that Saturday night, Sunday morning, Tuesday evenings, I want to try to come and just keep you informed so that you know what I know, and that we are saying the same things as a church family. We're now praying for our children to go back to school. And that is a real concern with the rising numbers and with how children are being impacted in ways that we didn't know before. And so going to ask that we keep all these things on our hearts and on our minds. Without a doubt, we continue to struggle here in Philadelphia around the senseless shootings and silence around the shootings. And we're challenging all of us. I think we all need to know that there's going to be a short-term, mid-term, and long-term strategy to quelling this violence. You know, sometimes we talk about what can we do, and some will lift long-term solutions, which are good, but a long-term solution doesn't fix the short-term stuff. So when we begin to talk about this, it's going to take all of it. It's going to take proper financing, and it's going to take proper investment in recreation centers and in schooling and in fair funding. But we need to accept that it's also going to take policing. It's going to take a concerted effort to address everything. Some things are right now, you know, proper funding in a school isn't going to turn around next weekend. Proper funding in a school or new jobs this week are not going to turn around next weekend. They will over time in a midterm and long-term strategy. But there are some things that will have to be addressed for short-term, for midterm, and for long-term. And I think all of us need to recognize that and be prayerful around that, but also challenge each piece. There's a place for the mayor. There's a place for the commissioner. There's a place for our pastors and imams. There's a place for mom and dad. There's a place for peer groups. There's a place for schools. There's a place for politicians. There's a place for private entities and businesses sewing back in. And this is our city, y'all. So we're going to have to push so that the city of brotherly love and sisterly affection will live up to its name. Listen, thank you for allowing me to interrupt your morning. Please know that this is important. Come prepared to bless the people in Haiti on this weekend. Remember that our children have their book drive on this weekend, and remember to cover all of it in prayer. I love you much. I'll talk with you soon. God bless you. God keep you is my prayer.